10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington Commanders. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Looking to throw, Penix. Got a man, it's London. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
That's taken it around the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Nice.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ready? Panther Street! Panther Street! Take off!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Panther! 70, 20.
Here's Rodriguez. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Come on, come on. Set.
On 1st down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Not ready.
Back to Krosky-Merritt on 1st down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jake Moody to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And looking to throw. Penix sets up the screen to Robinson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Falcons 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Frankie Luvu on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now the Commanders' offense set to take over. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Go! Check! Steady!
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Smash! Ready!
They go play action. Daniels. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
Okay, break! Ready? Hey, check that. Cowboy 80. Street. Check. Hey, smash Bronco.
Off the play fake. Daniels. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. To the air goes Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Falcons now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Extra point try now for Moody. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Jake Moody to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because...
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. They're flipping over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for two here.
Let's go. From Viking 18.
Now a toss coming right side. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for two now while their heads are down.
Jake Moody to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Falcons offense set to go. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does Washington have it? They do. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far.
Check.
Here's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on the shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Penix. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Third down and 6.
Third and 6.
Penix working out of the gun here. Under pressure, they got him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Dancing away at the 35. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Okay, ready?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And fights through one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen here, and you never know what you're going to get in the NFL. Sometimes it goes down to the wire. Other times, it's blowout city, like what this game is shaping up to be. But hey, anything can happen, so let's go to the second half. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. So Washington in a good spot. They got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Reload! Reload! Let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Check smash, big lion. Ready.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, set. 70 Timberwolves. Bravo! Let go.
Daniels looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Go, Rig. Bronco 80. Ready?
Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
At the 27-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Julian Walker able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Cowboy 80. Street.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hey, check that. Street.
Now Daniels. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Looking to put a drive together. And London, the motion man right. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Let's go now.
Now Penix. This one incomplete. Almost picked up by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can break. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Rodriguez, 74 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll throw with Penix. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right about the 40. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Let's go. Viking, check, hurt. Ready, right?
To throw is Daniels. Now a run here off the arc. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Walker able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check, hurt, three.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
2. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off play action. Daniels winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel, 62 yards. And the Commanders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
57, Falcons nothing. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Bennett's going to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Smash, smash.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Play.
Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Alert. Alert. Pick.
Throwing now is Daniels. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Big line. Come on. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Count. Ready.
Now a run with Rodriguez. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Let's go. Panther Street. 70 Lions. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and there's a diamond catch.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Shot alert. Trap alert. Cut.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Falcons first down.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Algier with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. Here's 3rd down at 4.
A gain of a yard on the
Operating from the gun, Penix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is taken at about the 14. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gault. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.